Hi everyone, this is Vivian from My Spiritual GPS through Expansion Network. And today we will have our first episode featuring one of my clients who has actually gone from broke to being able to manifest whatever she desired in the next 90 days of her life. And so I wanted you to follow her story, and her name is Ella Pitkin. She is from American Best Credit, and she has helped thousands of people all over the world, now companies, repair their credit, right? And actually get a loan so that they can either start a business or just fix their credit, their personal life.
Exactly, expansion and talent acquisitions.
That's right. So Ella, tell us about what happened when, how did you get to know me in the beginning?
Well, Vivian, it happened like this. Back in February, my husband of the past 3 years decided that he was truly unhappy and left. When he left, he took everything that wasn't nailed down, every penny out of our bank account, and I literally didn't have enough money to feed my children. It was that terrible. That's when I came to you in complete panic, and I don't even know what to call it.
And I remember there was a connection, right, between us. Who was the person who connected you to me?
Lisa.
Lisa. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
So you shared your story, I suppose, and that's how.
I did, and she helped me as much as she could. And at one point she says, at this time, I think you need to meet Vivian. Vivian is the one that can help you. And that's how we started. And it was utterly amazing. The difference in my life from the moment that I met you to 90 days, if somebody had told me the story, I would laugh and go, that's a good one. I wouldn't believe that this is actually possible, but I lived it, and I'm here to say it's real. It really happens that fast.
Yeah. So did she mention anything about me being a money magnet activator, or what is it that allowed you to give me a chance to actually work with you back then?
That's exactly right. That's exactly what she told me. That if anybody can help, it would be you. And once we set our goals, it was a transformation almost from the beginning.
Right.
I don't know if you recall, but we had our 30-day goals, our 60-day goals, our 90-day goals, and you told me to set them anywhere that it was my choice. I mean, you didn't ask, and I didn't tell you where they were or what they were either. It was my test.
You were testing me?
I wanted to see if this was real, exactly. And yes, at every milestone that we hit, exactly what I said I wanted to have happen by this time happened. And like I said, I set the goals sky high. I didn't think that I could achieve them. I didn't think anybody could achieve them within, what we had to work with. I didn't think it was possible. But it all happened. Everything penciled out exactly the way that it was supposed to.
Cool.
And we met my goals, and here we are.
So what I wanted to share with the viewers is, Ella thought it was me. Nope, there is a formula to really help you become successful if you set your goal, if you have that same focus, because obviously when she came, she was in desperation. Right?
That is correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
I can remember her overwhelmed, stressed. There's anxiety. What else?
Fear.
Oh, there was fear. Yeah, there was a lot of fear. And there was nothing in her energy field that looked certain.
No,
Let's put it that way.
nothing. Panic was the word of the day.
Panic. Like a push button
Yep. Exactly.
Every minute panic.
Every second. It was pure survival mode. I mean, when my husband left, like I said, he took everything, and just getting to the point where I was able to pay my rent, that I could move on and manifest the amount of money that we manifested, or that I manifested, yes.
You manifested.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah,
Mind-blowing.
because there's a formula for it, right? So do you mind if we share with the viewers the first thing that you learned, which is grounding?
Absolutely.
To really manifesting. So
Yes.
we'll share that with them. Go ahead and stand up, and we're going to demo. So now that you know how to ground, let's go ahead and share with the viewers how you ground, right? So first, we ground her to the center of the earth. So go ahead, take a deep breath. And I let them put the tip of the tongue at the roof of their mouth because that allows the flow of energy to go up and down her spine, okay? So we change her golden tube from her tailbone to the core of the earth, which is about 4,000 miles below, every single day or every client that she encounters, right? Because money is only manifested in the physical plane. It's not up here where most of our business owners are. We're in our heads. So you can close your eyes or keep it open. It doesn't really matter. We ground her to the center of the earth. We open her feet chakra underneath the ball of her first and second toes. And we ground her with some roots from her heels, again, 4,000 miles below. And she breathes as if she's bringing water from the earth. And then she's releasing fire energy from her heart all the way to her belly and her pubic bones. So we're now going to feel the energy of inhaling and then releasing what no longer serves her, right? So breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to connect you to the divine source, God, universe, however you want to call it. So think of a golden light. Ella, you're going to bring it all the way up to the edge of the planet Earth, the galaxy and the solar system, all the way where the angels are, and we're going to go past the angels where creation started. And when she can't go any further, because it's such a blinding light, then she allows this beautiful golden light to come down onto her body and her energetic field, her aura, and all the way to the center of the earth. Then she's going to call her name 3 times after she puts her beautiful, energetic, protective bubble. Okay, say your name 3 times.
Ella Pitkin, Ella Pitkin, Ella Pitkin.
And then she sets her intention, whatever it is. So if you ask for clarity, focus, confidence, blessings, love, forgiveness, compassion, light, we ask for spiritual understanding, discernment, and awareness. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so every day, how often do you do this now?
Every day, I do it every morning. I ground, and every night before we go to bed, I do it again.
What happened when you ground versus when you don't ground?
My emotions stay within me. I am focused. I am clear on my intentions, and my focus is razor sharp. But also in the evening when I do it, it clears my mind and allows me to go to sleep, because I'm sure many of your other business owners have that problem, that there's so much going on in their heads, so much worry, stress, whatever, that they can't sleep. That was my big issue.
Right.
And I don't have that issue anymore either.
That's awesome!
Yes.
How does it get
Woo!
that?
Indeed.
So, in your journey, I know I saw you once, right? The first time, and life changed very fast.
Dramatically.
Would you say fast or slow?
No,
How
definitely
was it?
fast.
Oh, definitely fast.
Definitely fast. Overnight, like I said, I didn't think it would happen.
So if you were like standing there and you started with no money, and then go ahead and step to your side, and
One
it was
step
like,
over.
that was 30 days later.
Yes.
And how did it feel 30 days later?
You know, it was really amazing. One of the things that you asked me to do is make a jar. And one jar had 30 days and the date written on it. And the other jar was 90 days and had the date written on it.
Okay.
And you told me just, whatever I wanted to, and never change whatever to put it into the jar. And I asked you, okay, but how much am I supposed to put in? How do I know if it goes into this jar or that jar? I need more instructions. But you told me, just do it. Just do it. Trust it, and you'll do it the right way.
Yep.
So I did. And within 30 days, I had an issue with my car, and I needed to get my tires replaced. And again, remember when we started out, I was broke, penniless, couldn't pay my rent. In 30 days, I opened up the jar, and would you imagine my surprise? It was the exact amount I needed in order to pay for the tires.
Wow.
Mind-blowing. That was amazing.
Okay. So after you paid for the tires, how did that feel?
I was absolutely in awe. I mean, who would have thought?
You probably have a thought, this must be working.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, so go hop again to the 60-day goal. Okay, so 2 months had passed and that something happened again, and here you are, right?
Right, exactly. And then we had our next jar. And on our next jar, it was the same thing. I wanted to actually, this time, I wanted to go away for the weekend because I haven't had the opportunity to take a break in a long time. And I opened up my jar and there was my money. So I got to have a nice weekend away. And the way I looked at it, it didn't even cost me anything because I had it right there.
Yeah.
Amazing, just like that.
Just like that. Okay, and then the 90 days has come.
And then the 90-day goal came, which was even better. So my 90-day goal, and I'll share this with you now, was 120,000. I had to replace my kids' college fund, and I needed money for myself too as a little nest egg. And 120,000 in 90 days, who would have thought that that's possible? I know I didn't. Impossible.
What made it impossible? Because?
Well, because I've never made that much money in 90 days. It didn't seem quite right.
Okay, so that's a money belief, right?
It was a limiting belief.
Quite right.
Yes, and it came too easy. There was no struggle. There was nothing. It was just there. I didn't really have to do anything. All I did was do what you told me. I ground every day. I meditated every day. Lots of deep breathing. And here we are.
So where did you get that limiting belief?
From my mother.
Oh.
From my mother. My family believes in hard work and, you work for $10 an hour or whatever it is that you do and this is what you do. So at the end of the month, you make your 3,000 or 4,000, whatever it is. So how are you going to have 120 in 90 days if this is where your income is, if this is the box that you're in? It wasn't possible in my understanding at that time. Now I understand it. It is. And I should have asked for 250.
Another belief. It's no longer limiting.
Exactly.
That's
So-
awesome. Okay, cool. You're more open to possibilities now.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So in the 90 days, we had our goal met, and now we're going on to the next goal. Up, up, and away.
So there you go, folks. So that's Ella's story. And it's fascinating how her whole life savings of 120K, that's part of it, right? Because
Yes.
it took you years. Years? How many years?
Yes.
Well,
Since the kids were little,
since
I've
the
been
kids
putting
were little.
away
Yeah.
the college fund, yes. So
Oh.
it's taken me 18 years to
Okay.
accumulate that.
Versus 90 days. So then a lot of the limiting beliefs popped up, right? Like, who would make this money? Is this even legal? Is it
And
criminal? How did that happen? So there's an unseen force beyond what we see
Absolutely.
that we're able to actually bring about that laser focus and the container for the money, so to speak. Because if you didn't have a goal, then how is the universe going to deliver it to you?
Exactly. Exactly. But not only that, one of the things that you taught me is that you have to be open to however the money it comes.
judgment.
There's no judgment, and you can't have preconceived notions that this is the way it's coming or this is when it's coming. That's not how it works. And once I let go and had faith that the universe would deliver, it delivered. And now I see that in everything around me. Every time when I'm looking at my goals now, I think of that. It's like sometimes I have my limiting thoughts still. I have to say that still happens sometimes. But when that does, I'm able to move away from it. And I can say, I may not know how this is going to happen, but I've put my order into the universe. And I know that it's been heard, it's been received, and it's coming. It's on its way. So all I have to do is sit back and trust and wait and have faith. And that's the way it works.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so there you go, folks. So there's always a way if you're open to the possibilities, because the universe is infinite. And when you start to put limits to it, like, well, I'm going to make 120K. Let's say if you say in a year, it's going to take you a year. Well, who are you to limit God's ability to bring that amount to you? Why are you giving God a limit? Isn't it God is infinite and limitless? So why are we giving God a limit? Doesn't make sense, right?
It doesn't.
But it's our monkey mind that tells us, because we're used to a certain amount of money we're receiving. So when we're used to that, it becomes a pattern, it becomes a habit. So when are you going to break your habit? When are you going to give yourself permission to actually receive? See, money is a receiving issue. It is not about working hard to get ahead. It is not about being smarter. It's not about knowing a lot of skills or having titles behind your name. You have to release all those limitations so that you can actually claim your own birthright to be rich, wealthy, abundant, and prosperous. So, until next time, you're going to see how Ella actually moved forward in her life from being broke to having a 5-figure income in 90 days. And what's next? It's up to the next episode for you to watch.